Again on this stream.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm going to press the button. Prove that I'm the real Carl101. Whatever you
Oh
say,
no.
Henry.
Hello, Evie. Is there a reason you're calling him that?
Okay, so we'll figure it
Oh boy.
out. So Evie, the there was 2 days ago. You didn't want to play Left 4 Dead with us, and the whole reason for that was because we were sitting there, we were just like, we don't know Evie's name. Let's just make one up for him. And then Brian was like, yeah, and then we'll just start calling him that at every instance that we see him. So that's completely why you didn't get the joke, Evie. I understand if you didn't get the joke. But that's the whole entire reason. There's not even a good
Evie,
reason.
I want you to know that I actually respect you as a person, and I would not do that to you. You will be loved and valued in my stream.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Day 3. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright and Co. office. Oh man, Evie doesn't want to make any friends now.
I don't just play Overwatch, you dork.
Yeah, she plays Left 4 Dead 2 with us. Uh-oh, sad Maya. You can't.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
That doesn't sound sad.
I'm eating.
Doesn't look like she's eating.
She's fine. She's sad eating.
Do I need to find a BLT?
No, go next. In memory of a crime that I committed. This is flashbacks. Memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edward killed?
Ellipses. I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never.
Nick. Yo! How's everyone doing?
Oh man, it's the butts.
What'd you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Probably from the smell.
Right on! Tell me the truth, was it like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick?
Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
Ellipses. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Sounds like you.
No.
I don't get what you mean, Evie.
Oh, it's Mia's favorite plant. It's Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack of watering lately. Charlie's been perking up these days.
You have to like go into the next chapter.
But I wanted to see anyways.
Oh, I don't know very much about Spyro, Evie.
Larry, you helped. You really helped out in the trial today.
You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha. Oh, seriously, Nick.
I think you missed a ha.
You went too fast.
I didn't press the button. It just auto did it.
I know. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But for where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Ellipses.
Nick?
I don't know. But What I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Oh, us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick?
Yeah, you, Larry.
What, me?
Yeah, I don't want Maya on my team anymore. It's over.
Why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick?
Ellipses.
Enough with the silent treatment.
Wow. Wow.
Nick. Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
Ellipses. You didn't know him back then. Back when you wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait. Was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it.
Here goes Phoenix backstory.
That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
How'd your interviews go? Did they go good?
Yeah, did they go? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Wah wah.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. She sounds like me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she does sound like you. I want to know now. I'm Katie.
Don't take any crap.
It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the beginning of spring, 4th grade. I was on trial, a class trial.
Class trial?
Okay, we're just gonna skip the class
Select
trial.
the option and go somewhere else.
I'd be kind of amusing if you went someone else and I was like, wait, Nick, I want to hear this. You remember Larry. Spring, 4th grade. A kid in my class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, the kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. 4th grade, that is a lot.
I can see why you forget that, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. That means physical education. For everybody that already knows. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it.
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. What teacher would do this?
Very mean one.
Guess. I didn't do it!
Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give me my money back! You're such a meanie! No one will pay for it! This admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah! We're not born racist! You should be I can't read it anymore. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. That's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I had done it.
Apologize to the class, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening! I was so sad I couldn't stop crying!
That's the wrong... Yeah.
Shh. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it! I tried to apologize and went over to where the boy was sitting. Ellipses! That's when it happened. Wait, who?
That's me.
Oh.
You shouldn't have to apologize. Nothing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs.
Oh.
Miles? Little nerdy, edgy. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it?
No. Or, I'm sorry. No!
I'm not doing anime, don't worry. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up?
That's a classic statement in any form of that is art right there if I had ever seen it. It's a great statement. It's the greatest statement ever.
Yeah. This is always how it goes. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. Said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
I thought the butts did it. Classroom ellipses.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
It's probably the teacher that did it. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were always friends.
Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot.
That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well. I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I've done it. So I took it kind of personally, see?
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Bling! Sparkle, sparkle.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad. Happy?
Yeah, I am actually. It does make me happy.
Famous defense attorney.
Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
Ellipses. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicious of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything!
But why? What happened? I mean, that's not like edgy. I used to know it all. Or not the edgy, I used to know it all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Ugh! Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court.
Sad face.
Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Hello, Speed. How are you doing today?
What's up, Speed? Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free?
Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. It's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. Very well, maybe.
First, there was the rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd sell it for who? I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Ellipses. Okay, let's go. Okay, go away, Larry. We don't need you anymore. Wow, we still have a lot of evidence, don't we? Oh, it doesn't save the... Okay. Cool, I guess. Oh, look! It's Detective Gumshoe!
Hey, pal, long time no see.
It's been like an hour.
Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I'm offended. I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half.
Well, just think of it as Japana Canadia then. It's a world where everybody gets along. Sorry about that.
No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. No, I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing.
Oh.
Eek. No one can go into the woods today.
Oh.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping. Question mark.
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Poor Lotta.
So we're going into the woods, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? The steel eyesore is...
Got him.
Oh man, that's so good. Oh.
Eyesore.
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's been too busy with the trial to show up for work.
Oh, we can't go to the woods. Sad times.
That old caretaker gone away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
Ahem! I'd know that clearing of the throne anywhere. Aha! Hello! What might you be doing here? I think you did this voice.
I actually don't remember.
But
You do it.
Yeah, you've been doing quite a few. Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon. You see?
Mr. Grossberg. This is no time for idle reminiscing. Reminiscing.
Reminiscing.
Reminiscing. Same thing. Mr. Edward's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho ho! What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you'll find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Can we go inside the boathouse? Yes. Ellipses.
Nobody's home. Hello! Hello! Ah! Hey, it's Polly. I hate this. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello! Hello! Ah! Can't believe he ran off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello! Hello! Please stop! Ah! Ah!
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh, ellipses. Oh.
See, that's why I don't want to tell you. Or I didn't want to tell you.
Oh, the safe's up top. The thing that's not actually a safe.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe? I can't read it.
Probably the wrong number. I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aw.
Wow.
And hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
So sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. Ellipses. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Ellipses. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is your time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Ellipses. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake. Getting on the boat. Firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Ellipses. Can we just give this to the judge right now? Like, just bang on his door like, Mr. Judge, and he just, wakes up and says, hello? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? And Phoenix is just like, here, take this before anybody else takes it away from me. Before Detective Gumshoe comes and ruins it. And then of course, the judge is going to be like, Mr. Wright, you're a contempt in court. I'm taking a strike away from you. And then Phoenix is right. Is all like, oh. I don't know, but it looks like there are instructions for the caretaker. When he called Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instruction. I can't even. It was really funny.
It was really funny. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for sure, one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. I mean, I probably could have called him Armin Hammond.
Say, Nick. Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them?
Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of fish they caught, right?
Right. Well, don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away.
Except the ones that got away from us. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here?
Doesn't look like he used the kitchen much.
But he's a pasta person, I think. You're right.
I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie.
What? You thought he was telling the truth?
And it's just the pink princess thing.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, I was just clicking on the garbage can. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial.
Talk to Polly.
I will in a second. You sure you want me to?
That's fine.
That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Don't you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not.
Maybe I should take care of Polly. Or maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. Police know about her anyways. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay.
You can go yell at Detective Gumshoe if they don't.
Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Right, now the bird's going to hate me. I think that's... Oh, no, I didn't actually... Oh, okay. Alright, well, where else can we go here?
Well, we got a new piece of evidence, and we know Grossberg's like, if you find anything else, come over to me.
I don't trust Grossberg.
Why don't you trust him?
Because he's a lawyer. Why would I trust him?
He was blackmailed. He's fine. He's on our side.
Can't we go to the Criminal Affairs Department and do the evidence there?
Sure.
Would that make much more sense? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet.
Gumshoe, who won't be coming back today. Oh, really? Said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow.
The boat shop caretaker.
He shouted something about catching him. It's the last thing I do, pal.
I like that everybody's a pal to him. Good luck, Gumshoe.
It's because, you know, he's supposed to be the 1920s.
Yeah, no, I get that. Ooh, anger. I don't want to see you face.
Ellipses.
You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Why would you bring that up?
Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 4th grade? Lunch money? Edgy ellipses. Oh, alright. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick
Oh.
became a defense attorney. Edgy ellipses again. Ridiculous.
Gee, thanks.
That said, does sound like the kind of thing you do.
Ooh.
You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even.
Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Ooh.
Perhaps.
Ooh.
Do you have a fire extinguisher to present to him?
Here. Edgeworth, see this letter?
Hmm?
This came out of the safe in the shack where that both parental caretaker lives.
See. Ugh!
Oh, he's angry now.
Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyways? I don't know.
Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something?
Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means someone else is behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, it is me. Wait, maybe? Maybe he's talking about the statitude?
Statute?
Un momento.
There's institute is spelled that way. Is that by him?
Statute! It's like sneezing. It's like statute! Of limitations on the DL6 incident.
Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
See, I already knew that.
Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yeah, show him his dead dad. He'll be fine with that. Nick, no! That's the foot of his father! Don't show him that!
You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories.
What is it?
Nothing.
Huh?
Well, how about this one?
Edgy ellipses. That was the case that changed my life. And tomorrow on December 28th, the statute of limitations runs out.
Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence?
But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeware. Sorry. I'm not sure I can help you with that.
I don't think anything else is noteworthy of showing to Mr. Edgeworth.
Talk. No, you gotta talk.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? Sorry, right? But I'm not that good of a person. One subject was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. A defense attorney got him off the hook.
That would be Robert Hammond.
On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffocated. We all suffered oxygen deprivation. Deprivation? I don't know. I lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in the court.
Crooks. The
Okay.
decisive or most important point at issue. Probably
It was
synonym for probably climax.
claim Yogi what had
Yogi.
I don't even know how to say his real name. Yanni Yogi Yanni, I don't know. Yanni Yogi had not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation.
There's a lot of big words in there.
Yeah, I know. Stop talking fancy. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unresolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible for some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible for him to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right. Now is not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in what I find myself in, I admit.
No kidding. Yanni Yogi.
Yanni Yogi. Not what you were thinking. Was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago.
The quake. Oh, that's
That's
you.
me. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long and it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use more oxygen. Ellipses. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim was passed in court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right.
Yeah?
Something that's been troubling me these past few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
Need to remember a flashback. Nightmare I've had.
This is just a series of flashbacks. It's not actually anything else.
Memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. We just read this.
But we get to
I
read
want
it
to get
again.
out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah, what? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No, father. It's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father.
Somebody threw the pistol. Sup, Commander Derp? How
I
you
see.
doing today?
Ah!
That was good.
Thanks. With that scream, I wake. Yeah, I would wake up too if I screamed like that. It's a bone-chilling scream.
There we go.
Scream that rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
It's going all right. How are you doing yourself?
But that's just a dream, right? Right? That enough is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. Or sorry, that thought is the only thing. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about that this way, this letter makes sense. Get revenge. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
It was me. I was a true criminal of DL6. I shot my father.
This is bad.
What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do?
Well, he's a murderer, so I'm not helping him anymore. I'm dropping my everything. I'm done. I want to go. I want to go be a plant taker carer. I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe?
Ugh! There is, Nick! There is someone who knows about DL6. Day offs are nice. It's my day off too today.
It's always my... No, I guess it's never my day off, except on Saturday. Saturday's kind of my day off. Saturday is my day off to go spend time with the family and doing stuff that's boring. You know those days. Mr. Grossberg. Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're not!
My. Just calm down and tell me what happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... Fake crying is not my thing. I'm not gonna attempt it.
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
Okay, Dorothy.
Mm-hmm.
Ellipses. I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm?
Well,
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. Have you played the game before? Or are you watching this, like, midway? Spoiling yourself?
yeah, it's just, spoilers. Your choice.
This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edward's dream was not a dream. Not guilty. It was real. As you imagined, Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. Because I guess Edgeworth really wasn't all that bright, huh?
I mean, he threw it.
The pistol fired, and the deed was done. Ellipses.
Doesn't make very much sense. No! I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Okay. What do you got to say? What? Are you comparing us to the quality of television?
Isn't that a compliment?
I don't. See, I hate TV these days. So.
I know, but he's saying it's.
Are you comparing us to Jersey Shore?
No, he's not. You're Carl. Thanks, dude. You're cool.
What do you know about Edgeworth's father? TV is super high quality now. He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds straight, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister.
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair. As it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yoni Yogi.
Yeah, Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied. That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son. It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless. Oh-ho! So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Ellipses. Wait! What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? It's Miles Edgeworth, clearly. It's gotta be Von Karma. Could it be Manfred Von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Ellipses. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one you told Yogi to kill, or the one you told Mr. Yogi to kill was.
Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
This is not like present evidence. You're just back on the screen.
Oh. It is truly. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. My boy, I'm having a problem trying to enunciate things today. As you see, I am old. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Line! And congratulations everybody, Katie is dead. That's the end of this episode. Tune in next week as maybe Katie comes back to life. Ooh, she's gone.
Mother was talking to me. Hello. But how can Mr. Von Karma know but Mr. Edgeworth passed like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
Hey, I've never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? Mr. Von Karma's gonna bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I will not let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. Ellipses. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care! I know he's not guilty! Ellipses. Well, Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Can't we just give him the stuff right now?
Or we can just go ourselves.
Oh, it's this. This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one but 2 trials, all thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. Gregory Edgeworth? He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Quite sorry. I have nothing to say concerning that.
I believe there's only one more thing we can do.
Which is to move somewhere else?
Yeah, and then we're on to the trial.
To the detention... Well, I don't think... No. Not the detention center.
You show Edgeworth a dead picture of his father.
Can we do that now?
No.
Oh.
Maya will just scold you. I was just memeing.
I was excited. I was like, can I do this? I want to do it. I want to show him dead pictures.
Jesus. There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will come back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again? Well, no, I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. Sure, but I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway.
What? Who let him in there?
You can go in as long as he's there.
Ooh.
Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry. The drawer's open!
Ooh.
Dusting as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. Ellipses.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma.
Oh, it's you.
Oops. What could it be?
Huh? One of the drawers is one of the drawers is open. Here.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says, Unsolved Cases, Evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick! The file for Deal 6, it's completely empty.
What?
What are you doing in here?
Oh.
Eek! Von Karma! You. Ellipses. How did you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We've seen each other every day, don't we? Or we seen it. We're Miles Edwards' defense team. Defense team? Beg your pardon, you see. I rarely remember defense attorneys.
Oof.
They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor.
See you, Speed.
Bye, Speed.
Why would you present stuff? Oh.
I think this is the correct choice right here. Phoenix Wright in the defense or in the records room with the revolver.
Fool. Think I, a prosecutor, would give you, a defense attorney, information? Bah! Creep.
I don't think there's actually anything we can present to him, right?
Well, there is. But,
Oh.
you know, do your stuff.
Oof.
Do your stuff
No, I gotta
first.
do it first. Oh, this is important. Oh, he's not gonna say anything. Oh, what a waste.
You have to see Maya calling him a creep again. Mr. Edgeworth was your student, right? A romanticist who could never shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had that sounds like a judge. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record.
Hmm.
So you
So
did.
you... Oh, it's...
Yeah, it's Phoenix. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
Wow, what a poop face.
Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit to his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework as well, so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. This is you.
Oh, so Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Okay, cool. Think we got that. Does anybody else need to understand, like, that we're going to bring up DL6 tomorrow? We all got. Are we all clear?
This is the Phoenix Wright meme.
We
always bring up the L6.
Does anybody else need any to be clarified on this?
I'm not even joking.
Will be brought up tomorrow.
I'm not even joking. This is a meme.
So I should show him this one, right?
Good.
Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. Oh, we didn't tell the parent about... Well, no, the parent knows about DL6. It even said it.
Yep.
This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him... how many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
Uh-oh.
So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me.
Oh, he's gonna steal it.
You saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What?
Nick, what is that thing?
Oh, God. A stun gun for stun defense, or self-defense, usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
I'm not afraid because I know that volts is not what matters, it's amplitude. And unless that thing is at 10 amps, it's not gonna kill me.
Why do you know this?
I took electronics classes.
Alright.
You don't think I just studied music at school? No. No, see, the big number of volts is not scary. You gotta know that. It's
As a 10-year-old kid, I would not know that.
the big number is 10. is 10 amps. Anything more 10 and above means death. Anything under is bad, but could be okay. 600,000 is not scary.
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually.
See?
No, give me the letter.
No.
No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Ah!
Oh. Wah, wah. Maya!
Out of my way.
Why didn't you run, Phoenix, you dork? I tried to point the pistol at him. It didn't let me.
You don't have the pistol. It's just evidence.
Oh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Nope, she's dead. Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Maya! Oh, there we go.
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could. One shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No good as a lawyer or a medium. I didn't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Oof. Maya! Grr. There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Oh. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Dang, that took an hour. I should probably save on multiple accounts. Load state.
I don't know why, your DS has that functionality.
It's really cool. It's DS special. That's what it is. Bright and early for court. Joy. It's been an hour. Everybody drink.
It's been. Okay.
I don't want to get yelled at by you. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Warg! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Guess the shock hasn't worn from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya.
Eddie.
Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Morridge. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a little pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Wow, pal! What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Morning.
How'd it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured a runaway caretaker. Taker care.
Take her care.
I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
So he's probably tired. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
After that shock I got on in a way, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. I'm ready.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost his memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
Oh, I see. Very well, please bring your testimony.
Can't remember how to do this voice.
Old man.
I know. I'm really... Oh god, I don't think I can do it. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did.
Yeah, that's
But
like...
I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Johnny Yogi. You're Johnny Yogi. I'm going to prove it.
You got this, man.
I'll try. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
Now, Mr. Wright, there was no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Let's listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say that, or say why. Man, is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Ah!
It is true.
Food?
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack?
Well, I kind of got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to his shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses.
Gotta love Judge.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are.
Oh, Karma's not having any of it. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. You claim he's lying and show the court proof.
This is the time to show the court proof, isn't it? Grr. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that odd old codger's head? Okay. That's impossible.
I know I'm doing it purposely to upset you. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright.
Wait, you're just sitting there not reading to do it?
I just don't like Karma. I want him to lose.
Oh.
Very well, witness. Please continue.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Which it might just end now. Might I say
something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past and their lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Yes. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
It's Robert Hammond.
It's Gregory Edgeworth. He didn't die. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
I thought the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if the man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court?
It's clearly the parrot.
This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take the man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Well, why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints? We were actually talking about this yesterday.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past?
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who could testify as to who this witness is. No one! Nick, what are we gonna do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Everybody
Tisk,
shut up!
tisk, tisk.
Everybody shut up so I can just select an answer and either get it wrong or right. God! Come on!
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief.
Yeah. Very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Are we gonna do this? Yes! Come on! Yes! It's gonna happen! I call the parrot to the stand!
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to...
Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
on his proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Oh, this is so good.
Welcome to the game.
Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Did you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Oh, wait a second. You were the one who suggested it. I cross-examined the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Oof. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes out of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy! Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yes. Let the parrot take the stand. I don't even care if this is the wrong answer. I just want to do it at this point. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
What are you doing with your life?
Yes, it's too good.
That's quite a bird. Bird. Please tell us your name.
Parrot ellipses.
Name!
Parrot ellipses.
The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
You good?
Too good.
Bird ellipses. Hello! Hello! And then Carl died.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well begin your course examination. That's too good. Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
Whoopsies, I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
Yeah, this game's great. This is not even like the funniest moment in Phoenix Wright. There's some gold.
Hold it! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What do I say?
Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name? Polly. Ah!
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Sure.
I would look at your evidence.
Oh. Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that this parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, do you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is...
Read the evidence.
I thought we didn't have this stuff anymore.
Check it.
Necessary trapped in the elevator. Maybe that one. Let's keep looking. Not. It's clearly the parrot.
Yeah, you show the parrot to prove that the parrot is the parrot. This is the parrot, Your Honor.
Maybe that one too.
I mean, one of the pieces of evidence that you just went by had literally her name in it.
What, this one?
No, I mean, you literally went by it and said maybe this one.
When you say her, do you mean him?
I'm talking about Polly. Polly's name.
Oh.
You literally said maybe this one.
Whoa. Let me read this again. Hold on.
You've read this before.
I don't remember reading it. I believe you. I just don't remember.
Hey, Woot.
What's up, Woot? How are you doing today?
Welcome to Cross-Examining a Parrot.
Okay. The deal, 6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us a page. Where in the file is the information connected to the
You can view the court record while you're on this option.
Okay, good.
I learned that not in the first game, and I was like, oh, poop.
Oh. Suspect data, okay. It is on the suspect data page.
Oh,
Huh?
This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See?
Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiance's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly.
Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiance?
Oh, how did she know? Or how did you know?
She's only 7 years old.
Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
How am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right. But what?
Very well,
Super
witness.
loud.
You may continue.
Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parent. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. You can press the same statement again. And you can select the other options too.
Oh.
I know it's a little misleading because it doesn't really.
So really, this is the one. Well, I get the
Yeah, like you can
matter?
choose one of the other options.
Oh. Would that do anything?
There's different ones. The other two ellipsy ones won't do much. Yes, you can press the parrot.
Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Holly, what's the number of the safe in the shack?
1228.
1228.
Oh, what the heck? I just figured that. That's the date of the DL6 incident.
You're very smart. Good job.
Oh, what the heck?
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Yes, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous! How could a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
Do I just present the DL6 case file?
Probably.
Okay.
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is this relating to the safe number? Alright, now we gotta...
Good thing you can check really quickly as he's asking.
I guess the case summary. Should be in the case summary. I mean, it's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on the safe is 1228.
Oh!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor.
What a dummy.
That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number one. Carl logic.
Shoot. I gotta go make a phone call real quick. I'll be back.
What's funny is my boss legitimately did that for his punching code. He said he literally told us if we ever wanted to override something, like we weren't scheduled, we use his number, which is the same logic of because I'm number one. And I literally looked at my boss and I'm like, what is wrong with you? This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What? What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker on the boat shop. Immediately!
And then he ran again.
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Whoa. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. Sorry.
This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 whole, long, ridiculous, unbelievable years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order! Order!
Yanni Yogi. Oh.
Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Yay, Edward's innocent! Yay!
Does that mean Von Karma's a loser poopy pants?
Yes.
Okay. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? I asked you a question!
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is...
Innocent, in this case at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
Ellipses.
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. Oh. Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we've heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edward is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer of the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh, what do I do? What's happening with my ideas? I don't know what's going on. Oh no. Oh, it's doing that thing again. This one. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edward's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
Poor Edgeworth. For 15 years. I have had a reoccurring nightmare.
It's a dream.
Dream. A nightmare that's a dream. It's only a dream nightmare. That's what I told myself. Now, I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of that shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations, which ends today. Culprit is me.
Oh, Edgeworth, you know it's not nice to eat on the stand.
I've got some blackberries that I need to eat before they go bad.
Order! Order! What, are they gonna go bad in 5 minutes?
No.
This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. It'd be cool if he was the actual judge from DL6.
I don't think he was. Sorry, Wright. I just wasted all your effort.
Oh, poor
Gumshoe ellipses.
Detective Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you... Kill your dad? Didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But, it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. It's crazy. Just crazy. Sad ellipses. Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record one more time. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
Whoa! What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right. So that's with a W. I'm not saying correct.
Huh. That case took, what, 5 hours? And now we're starting DL6? Jeez.
We're almost done. There's no, anything else after this.
Then I would like to resume our trial.
Judge. Miles Edwards has admitted to his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitation on the DL6 incident runs out today.
Nah, she said toot.
You've been saying it too. It was unconventional for me. I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is that correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please.
Hey, it's you! Quit typing!
Sorry, Adam messaged me. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials.
Yo, Skilbert Spider, how you doing today, my man?
Hey, sup, dude. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
But was it super effective?
My father, Mr. Yami, lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted him to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
Mr. Edgeworth, please stop texting in the court. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in on that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator had, I ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! Same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. It's time to press him for everything. All right. Oh, gotta let it read out all the way. Stupid. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator.
Yes, myself, my father, and Yoni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then as time passed and no one came to help, I'm just saying, that elevator needs better ventilation systems.
Yeah, I've never heard of anything like that before.
Yeah, same.
What did you do then? Usually, the only thing I can think of that would really actually happen in a case like that is, like, they're generally air-conditioned.
Well, if something blocked the vents, I could see it. But
yeah, I guess that's
unlikely.
true. I don't know. What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Then, got myself a gun.
What was it?
A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Jan Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. Then you picked it up. What happened next? I threw the whole entire gun rather than pulling the trigger.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it?
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze.
The gun fired once?
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. The gunshot and that horrible scream.
The scream. To this day.
Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out and quick.
This is where you look at your evidence.
Well, I'm setting it up. So it's that one, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
Nick seemed to be suspicious about it. Could also be something else.
Elevator was oxygen depleted. No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with son Miles, age 9, one bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired. Court appeal tribunal. Okay. Alright. So clearly it's within the DL6 case file. Alright.
I will say, there can't be more than one answer. You just have to find the right prompt.
Oh, something happened again. I don't know.
I'm not saying that one was wrong, I'm just saying, just think about it.
I feel like you could just kind of present the DL6 case at any of these and be like, God, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this one's wrong, and you're wrong, and I'm right because I'm Phoenix, right?
Yes, I'm sure of it. I have heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see. But that doesn't make sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
Speed this up. All of them? Can I? Okay, so wait,
You missed something important.
victim data. This is on the victim data page, right? Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. Pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with the case? Yes. I don't know. I'm just saying yes, because saying no, I don't think would help.
I would check your court record now, because you won't be able to check it with, well, okay, that's a lie. Ignore me. I would still check it, though.
Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible.
No, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident?
Think about it.
Let's go back down. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, still bears clear ballistic markings.
So that's the first one.
Right there. Window. That's the first shot. That's the picture right there. That should solve everything. Look at this
photograph.
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
Here you go. Look at it, Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. The photo proves it.
Come on, guys. You guys can't be blind.
So, let me get this straight. The photo proves 2 shots were fired where? Your Honor, please get a clue.
I know. I remember when I did this for my first time, it's the first thing I noticed in that picture.
Who designed this photo? As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet, there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary page, that's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Oh.
Pistol had indeed been fired 2 times. Then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
But objection, the gun would have been discovered too, and that was considered evidence. Right?
Should be, theoretically.
He does have a point.
A second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly It was undoubtedly something else that had made that bullet in the door. Or that bullet hole in the door.
Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bolt fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Oh.
I praise a judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Gah, how did this happen? I don't believe that. I can't believe this. I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edward declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who would fire the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case had stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick?
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Edgy loves these. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's confessing.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's going blank. I can't find the words. Wow, that thing happened again. This is like a lag spike or something. I don't know. Sure. Your Honor! I object!
Tisk, tisk, tisk. So right, on what grounds do you object,
Oof.
Nick?
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Gah!
It must exist. Second bullet.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where?
Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet, it exists! What? But we've just heard proof that it does not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer!
The murderer? Then tell us. Just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet. Why would he? Huh? First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? He had to find it? Sure.
Say.
Of course there was a need. That's why he took it.
What possible reason could he have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene, now we'll save. The bullet would be proof. Or, I guess both. Maybe he thought that the bullet would be used as proof, Your Honor. Proof? It was a special bullet, so he took it with him.
If that were the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh? Come on, Phoenix, put it together. You're on the right track. This is perfect. He took the second bullet that was fired from little Kitty Edgeworth, you know, so that it looked like there was only one bullet, the bullet in the heart. Come on, Phoenix. Why don't you be right for a change? Ugh.
Why would he only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to... Come on, Judge. Pile of crap. This isn't going as well.
I'm just saying, Carl's Phoenix.
Well, why would I pick the murderer head to find... I guess... Can I just see the other one? Or I picked that he didn't need it? Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet.
If that's the case, then he would have taken the second bullet.
God, fine.
It's the same thing.
Fine. Guess we're gonna be stuck with a strike. Whatever. It's not like we haven't had any strikes before. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't gotten a clue. Come on, Phoenix, get it together, man. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it.
Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy.
This is what is Mia or Maya over there sitting there praying? Can anybody hear us? We need help fighting Gygas. Send us your praise or send us your help.
Yes, that's basically what's going on. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if it's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot, and he left with the second bullet still inside, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes? But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderers. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grasberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock? But took it because he was shot or injured.
No, that's my line.
Oh.
But Maya, what he really wanted to do was he took it because he was injured.
So your name was blurred because of Discord, which would mean
It could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer of the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Yes? Ooh. I'm gonna do it. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. I mean, everything's happened in this court trial already, so no, why the heck not? Go for it, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
But
V6.
my hands are shaking.
But what?
Von Karma.
Von Karma?
You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor sitting right there?
Bah.
You don't object?
I say no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring in the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Ugh.
Nick. Let's find out who his doctor is. No use.
Edgeworth?
I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
So that would mean... Well, yeah, I've seen... Come on, we've all watched James Bond. There was, he took a bullet and just left it in there. Then, he decided to prove it as evidence. Grr, nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull a bullet out by himself? Insane.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Do we technically have, I mean, obviously the idea is that it's going to probably be in his arm.
Look at your court record, see if you can prove it.
Oh, what a good idea. Elevator, district court. Please in time. Yes. Just found on the scene. It's the parrot, clearly. No! There's no way it's not that.
You try it.
I have to try it. Why can't I? Oh yeah, okay. No, I picked the wrong one. Oh god, no. No. This is not what I want to pick.
Wow, your DS is like completely undead. Hey,
Look,
P-Diz.
look, it's Pesdy. Hi, Pesdy. All right, Von Karma. I'll prove it. Look, it's Night Dragon. Hi, Night Dragon.
Everyone witnessed you making an Ipsy.
I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot.
It's another gun.
Let me shoot you now. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. Oh, you don't mean... I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma,
I like how we never gave it back.
I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Uh-oh, he's sweating. It's a good day.
I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for the suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out of this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Ah, because this is a gun. Ah. Yeah! It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma.
You. It was you. Edgy. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent.
Oh.
Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, this has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Nani?
But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright. Not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
Without proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It's
It's the one that you took from him.
yeah, I'm gonna be mad if it's wrong.
That's a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings.
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on the bullet. And solve the case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Oh.
I'm not gonna keep doing it.
Oh, come on.
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know.
All right, Commander Drip, thanks for dropping by.
See you later. Help, I can't breathe.
Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier!
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you even if it's the same guy that you just read. Stop breathing my air.
Get away!
That's me. Get away from my father. Pew.
Bang!
It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma.
Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death!
Oof. Ooh. Flashback.
Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Explanation point. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I have ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from the oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge.
What?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
No, I think I'll just drag this on for another hour, just because why the heck not,
End the stream.
Sounds like a very fitting end to your miserable existence here. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. Even though you're guilty because you technically shot Von Karma first.
You can kill him.
As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Objection!
Man, they were in court for 9 hours, 8 hours.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! Gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. Edgy.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth.
More edge. Right.
Yeah?
Edge! I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you. Right.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that. Oof. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
Dear.
Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. See. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Whoa! Oh God, why her? No, I thought this was done. No! No!
Gotta close the chapter.
Ugh. Hey, y'all!
Lotta!
Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats!
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness of the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Oh, isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh?
It's over, Nick! My life is over!
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick! I'm not long for this world!
You don't look sick.
It's Keonce! She's going to live in Paris! Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind!
Oh, God. Larry.
Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration?
No, he
That's
did it?
unusual for you.
No way, he did it! Oh.
Harry Butts, you come a long way tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it.
He did not. He wasn't the guilty party, was he?
Keep going.
Oh.
Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah? What's up?
The envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. Oh, $38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38. No! No, Larry, it was you!
This is surprised about, right?
Huh?
Larry was absent from school right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyways. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. He never was good at history. Heh.
Edgeworth. You didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right, you may not notice, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know!
Really, Wright, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh?
So that means Larry's paying for dinner tonight. Edgeworth,
Hmm?
you should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it!
Grr. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, I'd call you a goofy two-shoes to the extreme. Yeah! And you get worked up easily, too. Or too easily, too.
Death! The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I had only known, I'd become a prosecutor.
Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have actually killed my own father. Thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor, in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch rank?
Ooh, yes. Oh God. Hey, y'all! Line up. I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Although Edgeworth will still in detention. Why was he in detention?
Because he shot people.
Oh.
No, I think it's more of a joke. I don't know.
Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh?
Trying to.
It's still 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Oh, I remember this. Good morning, Nick.
Oh, she's leaving us, isn't she?
You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Bye, Nick.
Goodbye. What time is it? Gah! The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I thought the game actually froze there for a second. I was like, oh God, I don't know what to do here. I guess I'm too late. Oh.
Hey! Nick.
Maya!
Sad ellipses.
Frustrated ellipses.
More sad ellipses.
So, you're leaving.
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Nope, she gone. Oh. Wait.
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at that very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grasberg, and even Larry. Here we go. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence? Good ending or bad ending?
Oh, you can have a good or bad ending?
Yep. You
I
better
should
save.
I should show her the badge! I should show her the badge!
You better save.
Shogun. I should show her the parrot. Clearly.
How did she help stop Von Karma?
The metal detector, of course. It's gotta be that. This, of course.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick. Hey, that was you.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
Sad ellipses. More sad ellipses. I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run an office by yourself. You're hopeless.
Wow! Wow, what a rude person. Oh, I don't know about that.
So, bye.
Bye.
Super anime cuteness. Thanks, Nick. Best character.
Never mind, Shogun. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters.
Ha! Don't think you've misread that. Something about him.
Graduated yet. Mr. Wright. Oh. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, so this is
We have
the
one
other
more. Oh, we have one more case after this. But yeah.
game. A bonus case?
Yeah. Hey, Thomas Redwood came down the. Oh my god, I can't read that fast. Whoop! It's have to gum shoot. Poor Edward. Edward is now being like a nice person.
No, he doesn't.
There you go. You got it. The main story dealio's done.
Is this like after stuff that we're reading, or is this from previous?
I think this is after stuff.
Okay.
And then there's another case after this. And that's the last one. And I remember the last case very very well.
Not
It was
to,
a good case.
Not to ring my bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knew.
Maya will come back. It's not in this game.
Oh, so Phoenix has to do this by himself?
You'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, the last one is actually kind of long. If I'm looking at this right. There's 4 days entirely. Yeah, this is a lot. Just 3 investigations and 3 trials.
3 investigations and 3 trials.
The
That's a
first
lot.
day is an investigation and trial for day 2, and then it alternates.
Oh god, nobody can read that.
Dude, I would love Phoenix Wright for Smash, dude. That'd be cool.
There he is, Will Powers. She caught a cold standing under a waterfall. It's the bratty kid.
Gotta love your bratty kid. This is the DS version of this game, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's making sure.
What is there, a Game Boy version?
Yeah, the original game, the original game was on the Game Boy Advance, but the last case is only, it was only on the DS version.
Okay.
And, like, past versions after that. Or future versions after that.
Just behind them, there's a ghost. No, it's the Game Boy version. Don't you know about the two-screen Game Boy?
No, I'm just confirming, you dork. Look at it, it's Gumshoe's confetti that he cuts.
He's actually the one that throws it. Oh, you weren't kidding.
Well, to be fair, the DS has backwards compatibility with the Game Boy Advance.
That's true.
To be fair.
A brand new episode has been added. And we're gonna play it all right now, right? Yeah!
If you want to waste another 8 hours, sure. It's a long one.
Guess we'll save the state. I don't know if my game's actually been physically saved. There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
Here you go.
Now
Edward the Citizen.